get with almost in actually. Here we go. A special early edition of Afternoon Live starts right now. Live on Quinnipiac Network. It's the election day in America. The last hour of voting comes in, but some strong winds may have a fun with it. Live team coverage all day long. We are live every corner. The here in the barrel. And we finally have somebody to challenge the current West Springfield mayor. Quinnipiac Live starts now. Now, a special edition of Afternoon Live with continuing coverage of Decision 2025 on Quinnipiac Network. You think that high wind watch? Well, that means there's a potential for some higher winds coming up tonight. Now, also getting ready for swimming here live on Quinnipiac Network, but polls are ready. Decision Day is ready. And although we're going to be off the air for a couple of hours, just like the 1 o'clock issue, we will be live for most of the time. We're live for a special edition of Afternoon Live. Today from this is a special day from the Quinnipiac Decision headquarters in downtown Chicopee. My name is obviously James Branch from the Quinnipiac Studios. Races are ready. The race is ready. The decision is ready. And we have 5 mayor to not. We are also ready because East Hampton Mayor, the original mayor candidate, has decided not to run for re-election, and Salem Derby is currently the interim mayor. That means now that if Salem Derby wins, he is officially elected as mayor of East Hampton. We also have several races. I'm gonna throw them out later on in the right now. Also, this race in Springfield. There's a race in Chicopee. There's even races everywhere. We will have live team coverage of Election Day. We'll get to the weather in just a moment, but first, it's Election Day. there are 5 competitors running in the East Hampton City so at ward. Colin, one of the favorites to. There were one now in East Hampton City Council. There's precinct 4, which includes 2 new races, as the earlier City Council precinct 4 person decided not to run for re-election. When we're almost ready to. Right now, East Hampton, we are making the list for East Hampton City Council 4. I think 4 is obviously ready to go right now. We already have projected winners right now. These projected winners are races that were that players that are won unopposed. Thanks to that person who got a like. We have Christopher Johnston, John View, who is my mayor, my city's mayor. Oh, it's like I have to charge you yet again. I have to use it for like a while now. I'm gonna have to charge it. While. Alright. Joshua Garcia and a Whiting candidate. Those are the winners or not. There's a ballot question. The only ballot question we have, although there are a couple of other ballot questions, including 16 ballot questions in West Springfield. The only ballot question is Chickadee's ballot question. Do we want property tax? If you say yes, then they do. If no, they do not want to take quarterly reports. Alright. We do have some. Our main one is West Springfield. He's up against Dan O'Brien, and that's a big race to watch. We will be keeping you eye on all the races as we go throughout the day, and more to come as we go throughout the day. Alright, we will have another update coming up in a little bit. This is the Quinnipiac Storm Team Severe Weather Alert. The Quinnipiac Storm Team did issue a severe weather alert for high winds for the day tomorrow and into tomorrow night into first day. That would be the big issue going forward. Still a wind advisory effective until 7 o'clock Eastern time. The good news is that the wind advisory for Berkshire County and Western Franklin, Hampden, and Hampshire counties will be allowed to expire. That means it's just Eastern Hampden, Hampshire, and Franklin counties. But now everybody, including everybody's under a high wind watch. That means we declared a Quinnipiac Storm Team severe weather alert when the original plan was up for just Hertford, Windham, and Hampden, Hampshire, Franklin counties. We've issued a Quinnipiac Storm Team weather alert. We now upgraded that to a severe weather alert, maybe up to an extreme weather alert if it goes up to 70 miles per hour, which is actually possible in the Cape and the Islands, but unlikely for us here in Western Massachusetts. There are winds that are. Hold up a second. And obviously we've been tracking the weather for the area. Well, all the track. Unfortunately, no, this is not going to be good. There's a day 2 outlook you make that sound, then the marginal risk is yours. So I want to say, and I just want to say, first we do have something here right now. And as you can see, the audience, one of the audience members got $1,000 check, courtesy of Fiction. We don't do sponsors, thank you. All right. There is another East Hampton City Council, 1 Precinct 5. There is we're also watching races from all across North. Also keeping an eye on all races throughout the day. All right. 3:58 right now. We're also tracking the conditions across the area right now. Alright, we are tracking major winds, and I mean major winds as well. We are tracking everything right now. Also severe weather effects happening across the region throughout the day. So, we will keep you posted on that. Storm warnings are in effect, even while water advisories are on the Long Island Sound. Brian Rabbit with an update. Brian?
The sky in Greenfield, but it's a bright afternoon. Windy too. 32-mile-per-hour wind gust Westfield, 33 miles per hour in Pittsfield. So plan on it. Continued windy through sunset, then the wind will gradually back off here tonight. Scattered clouds as we head into the late afternoon hours. We'll track our chances for rain tomorrow. Tonight on 22 News, starting at
All right. Right now it is 4. It's pretty close to 4 o'clock now, so it's almost to get dressed. So don't mind. We have team coverage on all of this. We have team coverage on all of this. We have team coverage on the erection and also team coverage on the rainfall. So we're gonna get you guys. It's 4 o'clock now as we continue on Afternoon Live. Welcome back to Quinnipiac to Afternoon Live. I'm James Branch as we continue on election day. Also, the Quinnipiac some team severe weather over due to the storm threat. I'm going to get you to the decision 21st. It is just 3 hours away from the Virginia polls close, and some polls in Connecticut and Massachusetts close at 7. We have, we're going to go through our team coverage right now. Our team coverage begins with First Word's meteorologist Dan Brown from WGGB, and also our First Word team, as we've been tracking this a very windy day. So how did Dan?
Sean, we continue to see the sun now, and the temperatures actually aren't too bad, but it's been all about the wind. The wind actually exceeding expectations, with winds gusting over 40 from time to time. We've had plenty of sun and some patchy clouds, but for the most part, sun hasn't been a problem. We do have the wind advisory now. It still remains in effect until 7 o'clock from Greenfield to Northampton, Springfield, and points east. It has been discontinued off to the west. Of course, areas Springfield east are close to that area of low pressure, so at least till 7 o'clock. Between now and then, we still have the potential for these winds to be strong and isolated damaging winds as well. So winds right now blowing at about sustained now, 15 to 25 miles per hour. And we've had some gusts up over 30 in the last hour, but keep in mind, a little earlier, they were up over 40 miles per hour. So from now to about 7 o'clock, the winds are still going to be very strong. They'll slowly start to ease, and we'll have less wind as we go into the overnight tonight. Temperatures mid-50s now, upper 40s across the hill towns, with a diminishing breeze and a clear sky tonight. The temperatures will tumble. We'll be down to around 30 degrees by tomorrow morning, but at least that wind will be lighter. We have low pressure in eastern Canada. It's a strong one. That's what's creating all the wind, but as that area of low pressure continues to move away, the wind will lighten up, and the temperatures will be sliding through the 40s this evening. So if you're heading out to the polls, bundle up, right? The wind making it feel a little bit colder, and by tomorrow morning, we'll be down into the lower end, middle 30s. We're tracking some more showers and some more wind for tomorrow night, Thursday. All those details coming up in just a few minutes from now.
All right, thank you so much. We're going to give you more team coverage throughout the day today. And it's been more outstanding right now. We're finishing up the last of the graphics of the decision 2025. So let's look at some contested races. First, we were going to start off with a race that is not a mayor's race, but it's something that I want you to close an eye on. It's in Chicopee, right. And do we have music? And do we have music for that too? Alright, we're going to start off with the city collector. That's where Raj Savai faces off against Sandra A. and Poet. It's a city collector race. It's getting a lot of attention nowadays with some of these races that we've been talking about. Sandra A. Poet, a former member of the Chicopee School Committee. We had some school committee meetings on this channel before when paired with amateur radio nets. Also in Chicopee, there's a ballot question where do you want the property tax bills? Now, for me, I want to say no, because I don't want to see tax-wise or quarterly. Most people would say yes, but we will wait on those results once the early morning hours come in. In East Hampton, Salem Derby is the interim mayor. He's facing off against Jake T. Terrell and Wendy Sirga. A major battle underway. It's a 4-year term in East Hampton. To North Adams now, and Jennifer McKissie is facing off against Scott Berglund. Now Scott Berglund we do not have a picture of, but Jennifer, it's been a very active day, and he's been a very ambitious way to be. Right over there. In Northampton, Gina Ruiz is facing off against. Remember, this race has been a toughie for them. Both of them were in a mayoral debate with WWLP and with Patrick Berry. There are contested races in Springfield too. Mauro Brown and Willie Naylor in Ward 4. Victor Delova and Mary Johnston in Ward 6. And in District 3, Christopher Collins and Rose Valentin. Over to West Springfield now with Willis Schelt and Dan O'Brien in the considerable Italian right now. And again, Willis Schelt and Dan O'Brien were in the mayoral debate brought to us by 22 News. And the same thing with that East Hampton one too. That was televised by 22 News. And in Westfield, Michael McKay is facing a tough challenge of Andrew Mullen. This is a 2-year term in Westfield. By the way, in 2023, they approved in Chicopee. If we go back to studio desk, we've been talking about this for a while now. The mayor's race in Chicopee is still a 2-year term, but in 2027, it's going to be a 4-year term because they approved the vote for it. Voting for it in 2023. So this will be the final 2-year term that John View will have, and obviously John View is unopposed alongside Christopher Johnson of Agawam. And it looks like, what was my thing here? Somebody named Joshua, and I don't know the last name, from the Holyoke mayor's race is also unopposed. We are also, and Quinnipiac News decision 20. We're already talking about decision 2025. We will have live coverage starting at 7 o'clock Eastern time with votes coming in, and there will also be 3 races that we're going to have to keep an eye on for national level. The Virginia governor's race, the New Jersey governor's race, and the New York mayor's race. It's coming up from 7 all the way till 10 o'clock, and then we're going to be getting you the full results on Quinnipiac News at 4. And they will also be a part of a severe weather coverage information right now. Well, we already talked about the wind advisory for Hamden, Hampshire, Frederick County, except the eastern areas. There's also a high wind watch in effect until Thursday. So please secure outdoor objects that can cause damage, injury, or even death, and take white objects inside. Remember, anything can become projectiles. So again, we're gonna have to watch all of that as we go about today. Obviously, Quarterback News is your Decision 2025 coverage, and we will have live team coverage again starting at 7 o'clock and ending at 10. And if you don't see the results, don't worry, we're gonna have extended coverage from 4:30 to 7, only on Quarterback News as part of Decision 2025. Time right now is 4:08. We're going to take a quick commercial break. When we come back, we're still watching the high wind threat for Wednesday night. We will have Dan Brown with an update on that. And also, we're counting down to Election Day night in America. We'll be right back with Decision 2008. Welcome back inside Cornerback Studios, everybody, for Decision 2025. I am James Branch. Right now, before we go back to election news, let's give you guys a little bit about the forecast. Temperatures are right now in the 50s, and I am getting my medicine in a moment, so please stand by. Please bear with us. And I'm getting something here. And the humidity 30%, so not a whole lot. But the winds, plus an 18, gusting to 24 in spring. Field. Let's see here. It's gonna wind up pretty. It's gonna wind up pretty easily, and that's gonna give us some really. And then we'll be windy as well. I mean, it's also gonna be windy. It's also gonna be windy pretty hard, and it's also gonna be.
Take your medicine.
And I'm sorry for the delay. I'm getting my meds ready. It's also gonna be temperatury. Not a whole lot. Just some scattered showers. Maybe even a thunderstorm now. We have a marginal risk of severe weather for tomorrow. But the main reason why we are here for going to be extremely severe weather is because of the wind, not just for the thunderstorm. So if you're planning to go here, we may get some windy conditions. And yes, there are wind advisories across Vermont, but it's no big deal. Actually, they just continued the high wind watch. Let's see. What did they did? Yep, they expired it. They're going to continue the high wind watch. Okay. And then, you see there the American flag. Okay, nice. Somebody. Nice, and we now have the official combination from the National Weather Service in Albany that yes, they did expire. The high wind watch. That's a look at your forecast. Let's then bring us back to election news. I'm about to eat the cookie, but just want to let you know some other news to do. There are 2 people arrested in the Harvard explosion. I don't know. Alright, government employees. Not better than you have an update. We're not coming up next. Welcome back. It's at the Quinnipiac Studios. It's 4:19 on the East Coast, and we're getting you ready for Election Day. There is one more. We got breaking news from the Quinnipiac newsroom. Congress has now tied the record for the longest shutdown in U.S. history with 35 days. Now, we will have to do one more day of the run. Now, if one of the plans does not work, 36 days would break the longest record. With 36 days, that would be it. We got some confusion about SNAP benefits from the government shutdown. What a great day. Hope you watch us from.
Make sure you eat your cookie.
I already did.
Awesome.
How about that? That concludes Quinnipiac News Afternoon Live. We are going to be back at 7 for 10 for non-stop election coverage, and we'll be back at 4:30 actually for not only our pretty severe weather coverage, but also our preview and the final election results from all 4 areas. Please stay tuned till the end. I hope you watch us. We'll see you at 10. See you at 10 o'clock. Good night.